I'm in YouTube, and welcome back to Theme Deck Corner. Today we are bringing you the second deck from the BREAKpoint set, and this one, I have a little bit more favoritism to. It is based around Greninja after all. That's Stage 2, 130 base HP Water-type Pokemon who has Shadow Stitching, which is for 1 colorless energy. It's going to do 40 damage, and your opponent's Pokemon have no abilities. Meaning, no Garbodor, no additional things. It's just nice. It counters everything. Now, his main attack is going to be Moonlight Slash. Based, the deck's called Wave Slasher after all. Greninja had to have a slashing attack. It's one water energy. It's going to do 60 damage. And if you have a water, you may return a water energy from this Pokemon to your hand, and it's going to do an additional 20 damage. He's not what I'd call the biggest hitting Pokemon for Stage 2, but the fact that he only costs 1 energy and I can use either of his attacks for that 1 energy is pretty good. Now, I'm going to quickly step into Frogadier for a second. I don't usually look at the Stage 1s, but Frogadier is going to help us immensely. He can water duplicate for 1 water energy, which will let us search our deck for up to 3 Frogadier. There's only 2 in the deck, but we can put them straight onto our bench. This means I don't need the Froakie lines. Once I get a Froakie out and a Frogadier, I can water duplicate and then get the 2 Greninjas out pretty quickly. I'm alright with that. Now, we'll continue with the water support first. We're going to start with Corsola. This guy's he's a basic, 80 HP. For 2 colorless energy, we can Spike Cannon. So I don't have to use my water energy resources on Corsola. I can use the grass, or I can use whatever I need to keep Corsola strong. For Spike Cannon, though, we're going to do 30 times 2 coin flips. So for each heads, we're going to do 30 damage. Not too bad. It also has Power Gem for 50. It'll be a guaranteed 50, but it is costing us 3 colorless energy. We do have Golduck. Now, this card is decent. Maybe not in this format, but this card is decent. He has 100 HP. He's a water type. He is Derail. It's only going to do 20 damage, but we get to discard a special energy attached to our opponent's active Pokemon. And most times, that's going to be a double colorless energy, which slows down our opponent significantly. He also has, for 1 water energy, 2 colorless, Hydro Splash is going to do 70 damage. Not too bad. We have Cloyster here, who has 100 HP, Water-type Pokemon. He's a Stage 1. He has Sudden Grip for 1 water energy. It's going to do 10 damage. If this is a Pokemon evolved from Shelter during this turn, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. That's a decent way of going, but it's not a strong 1 energy attack. It also has Surf for 70, so it's it'll be 1 water, 2 colorless, which isn't too bad. Again, evolving for it, I've seen better water types. I've even seen better Cloysters. And our final water type, I was about to go into the grasses, but I do have one more here. We have Slowking. The 100 HP water type Pokemon, he is a Stage 2, and he has Royal Flash, not Royal Flush. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin, and if you do, we can move an energy from our opponent's active Pokemon to one of his benched. That can come in handy, especially if we're worried about the active. And it doesn't specify basic, so we can move a double colorless or double dragon or, a special energy that would result in it being removed. It's not a terrible ability. It has Psych Up as well, 40 for 1 water, 1 colorless, and during your next turn, this Pokemon's Psych Up attack does 40 more damage. So, it can do 80 damage for 2. That's not terrible. I'm hoping that Mr. Slowking here can help us win some of our little battles. Moving on to our grass types in the deck, we do have a Bayleaf. No Meganium, but it does have 90 HP. He is a Stage 1. Body Slam for 1 colorless energy. It's going to do 20 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, we can paralyze. Perfect. And for 1 grass, 1 colorless, we can do Vine Whip for 30. We're going to move on to Kricketune. This guy's got 90 HP, Stage 1, and he's got Screech. During your next turn, any damage done to the defending Pokemon by attacks is increased by 60. So this means, for 1 energy, Kricketune can go for a Screech and then a Slash. the slash will do 100 damage. I repeat, 100 damage. Kricketune may be a useless Pokemon in the video games, but this Kricketune is a terror in Theme Deck format. Now again, I'll have to go back and forth each time. So it's Screech, then Slash, then Screech, then Slash. But even if Kricketune is switched out, it's still going to have that 60 damage on it. So if I manage to get a Frogadier or a Greninja in, I can, strike Moonlight Slash. Now it's going to do 80 plus 60. That's 140 if I want to switch out. That's damage! We have Lilligant here, who is also another more of a supportive line. 80 HP, stage 1. For 1 grass energy, we can... Boo! It's going to do 20 damage. Your opponent attaches an energy card from his or her hand to the defending Pokemon during his or her next turn. That means it'll put that Pokemon to sleep. So, it forces our opponent to not want to play energies. It's a decent ability. It also has Leaf Slice. For 2 colorless energy, it's going to do 30 times, flip 2 coins. This deck does 30 damage times the number of heads. Yay! It's not meant to be a hitter, it's meant for boohoo. That is our Pokemon of the deck. Ooh, that was a breath of fresh air. We have a Great Ball as our starting trainer of choice. Great Ball lets us look at the top 7 cards and lets us pick any Pokemon amongst them to put into our hand. Hopefully this can be a little bit more helpful than some other times. We have the new Max Elixir. We get to look at the top 6 cards of our deck, attach a basic energy from them to a basic Pokemon on our bench. So this can speed up some of our slower Pokemon. So for example, if I have Slowpoke on the bench, I can attach a water energy to it, Max Elixir, hopefully get another water energy, and then I can Psych Up with Slowking turn 2 if I can evolve. So it's not a terrible way of going. I really like this card. We have 2 potions, so I can heal 30 damage anytime. We have 2 Professor's Ladders because getting energy is important. I can't stress it enough how much we stall out just because we don't have energy. So Professor's Ladder is a wanted item at all times. Misty's Determination is also a new trainer brought out in BREAKpoint, but it's probably one of my least favorite. Even though Misty's a nice character and all, this card's just not that strong. At least I don't find it. Pretty much how it works is you discard a card from your hand. If you do, you get to look at the top 8 cards and you can choose any one of them to put in your hand. But I have to play a supporter and discard a card in order to do this, and I can only look at the top 8. There are other cards like Skyla that lets me look for, any item I want, and by doing so that means I can get any Pokemon I want or energy I want based on the type of deck I'm running. So I can't see this being too competitive, but we're going to enjoy what we have right now. We have 1 Shauna. You know how it works. Shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 5 more cards. She's great. I do believe we have 2 Tierno, so we can draw 3 cards twice. Wally is here to help us get those Greninjas, those Slowkings, all those powerful mons out onto the field early. We have the new Fighting Fury Belt. Now this guy is only good on a basic Pokemon, so I could see this doing very well on, say, Corsola, which will give it 40 HP plus 10 more damage per its attacks. It's a decent trainer. I really like this tool. And it helps out a lot of especially in these decks where you're going to be running your basics, it's a strong trainer. To finalize the deck, we do have 9 grass and 9 water energy. So, before we even get into the battles, because there's going to be battles, I want you to take a vote. Now, I want you to go back, if you haven't watched it already, watch Electric Eye, the previous episode to this one. See how he did. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I want you to take a guess, before we get into anything here, which is your favorite deck between the 2? Which one do you think will be the better of the 2? And, if you're right, you're right. I'm going to say still buy both of them. If you're a big theme deck collector, buy both for those shiny hollow Luxray and Greninjas. But at the end of the day, let me know what you think. But anyway, without me talking too much longer, let's get into a Pokemon game. Alright, our first opponent is going to be Mana Fernando. He is playing an electric deck. Let's see, he's going to call this coin toss. Is it going to be in our favor? We win this coin flip! Yes! Thank you, buddy! I'm going to take first turn. You never know how it works. This is my first time playing this deck. As I mentioned in the previous video, these are pretty quick, and I'm hoping to see what they do without really testing them out too much. We're going to lead... I'm going to lead Psyduck. Lead the Psyduck, put the Puddle on the bench. Once our opponent has chosen his active, there he is. Puddle's going to go onto the bench, and we can get this game rolling. Alright, we're seeing an Electric. We are going to get Chikorita, which actually could be a benefit to us. But I do want to set up this good old Psyduck. It's going to take us 3 turns. And we are not weak to electricity, so Psyduck might be the way to go here. Should I Great Ball? Yeah, let's get a Great Ball. Let's shuffle up that from the top. We can get a Corsola. Let's take the Corsola. There's no point grabbing Greninja. At least I know it's in the deck. There's our Corsola. We're going to pass the turn, and hopefully we can Stampede next turn, which means it'll take us 3 turns to knock out Electric. And I do have a potion in the back, so I'm not too worried here. He can charge, which will let him bite next turn, but that was inevitable. There's the charge. We're going to see another Lightning Energy hit Electric, which is fantastic. We are going to get another Petal. I'm not going to run it. I will play the Bayleaf. And I'm going to energize our little Psyduck here. Go for that Stampede. Run over him! Go! There he goes. 20 damage. I don't know why they gave a Psyduck Stampede, but you never know. It's damage. Alright. So our opponent is going to play a fresh water set, so he's going to heal that 20 damage. Nice play. He's going to fight us for 20. This is going to be a little bit of back and forth. We are going to use a Misty's Determination. Let's discard the Petalil, and I can look at the top 8 and pick whatever I want. Golduck? Golduck seems like a good choice. I'm 1 energy away from the Hydro Splash. Let's evolve. Let's potion up. And we're gonna go for that Derail, because that's the only move I can go for so far. Derail is gonna hit 20 damage. Yeah! Alright, this is neck and neck right now, guys, I think. He has a Farfetch, which is really scary in this format. Are we going to see an Electric Energy onto the Farfetch'd? He doesn't need to charge up Electric anymore. He's most likely going to go for that Bite, unless he does have Electric in the back. No, he's going to go for that Bite. And we do not get an energy, so I cannot Hydro Splash and knock this guy out. I'm going to Derail. That is all I can do. Whoops. And we will knock out Electric on the following turn, which is fine. He'll get a little bit more damage off, kind of cushion it up. There's another Why would you attach another Electric Energy to Farfetch'd? It only needs 1. Oh well. Can't take on his misplay. As far as I'm concerned, that is a benefit to us. Golduck has taken 40. There's that extra energy that we needed. So now Farfetch'd will come in and we can still knock out. So Hydro Splash. There goes the Electric. And our first prize is going to be a Kricketune. Farfetch'd is here. I can see 30. There's another Farfetch'd. But I don't understand why you keep attaching energies to this guy. Max Revive, which will let him grab the Electric and put it on top of his deck. Yep. So we know what he's drawing next turn. We're going to take 30 here. So we're at 70. We'll probably get knocked out in the following turn. And I do not have enough energies to keep setting up our other mons, which is a problem. But at the same time, he is set up. I can go for the Hydro Splash, and it'll knock this guy out with all 3 of his energies. I know he's not drawing another energy. Please be an energy. Yes, thank you. I can body slam this guy with Bayleaf on the following turn. Hope to go for a paralyze. Any energies? Or are you passing your turn? You have a stadium, so no resistances? No resistances. Alright, but Farfetch'd is going to go down here. We're going to go with the Lilligant, and that changed everything. I'm going to go with that. Boo-hoo! Okay. Hydro Splash. Knock out another Farfetch'd. Golduck is doing all the work. Alright, there is our Shellder. Now, if he doesn't draw another Pokemon, we will knock out Electric, and that'll be our first game. That is our first game, guys! Golduck coming through, putting in all the work! That was quick, actually. That was actually really nice. That Misty's Determination did come in clutch, I'll admit. Not that I said the card was awful, it's just not competitive. But, as always, there's never just one game in this series, so hold your horses, we'll be back for our second one in just a second. And our second game of today is against Geocrat, playing that Sylveon Leafeon deck from Furious Fists. Geocrat is going to get this coin toss. Are they going to flip? Well, they flipped it alright, and we lost it. Which is fine, we won the first one. Can't deny that. They're going to get to decide if they want to go first or second. And it's going to take them a couple seconds here. There they go. They're going to play first. We are going to start with a Chikorita. Chikorita! To the Hulu. Alright. It's the only Pokemon we have that we can use at the moment. You have no basics to start your bench? Well, we're going to click done. And she's got two. Shroomish. Oh. I kind of feel bad because those are like the junk cards of the deck. I know what that deck can do, and it's currently not saying I want to work. Not to say that ours is. Chikorita is not our strongest competitor here. They are going to call for a Roller Skates, and she's going to get all three cards. There's the Eevee, the Tornadus. There's the power. There's a Sylveon coming onto the bench, folks. That is a scary looking card. And that's the Energy Evolution going for Sylveon. There it is. The beautiful little fairy has made an appearance. Alright. We have a Froakie. Now this is all I really need to do. Now set up the Frogadier. I am going to attach the Grass Energy to Chikorita because I don't need too much energy to set up Froakie. Even Bubble, or not Bubble, Froakie and Frogadier only cost 1 energy, so I don't need to over-attach. I can simply just go for the Tackle. 10 damage, which is great. Now, are we going to see more come from our opponent here? What are we going to see? Are we going to see a switch right off the bat, go into the Sylveon, or are we going to see a halt in their progress? There's that Grass Energy. Are you going to go for a Tackle or a Retreat? No, you're going to go for that Tackle. I would have probably retreated to get that Echo Voice going on. We get a Slowking, so Frogadier is going to make his appearance. And I'm going to go with the... I'm going to go with the Blot. As much as it seems weird, Blot will heal me every turn, and it'll keep me from... It'll win this exchange. And that gives me a couple turns to get Frogadier going. Maybe get that extra Frogadier on the bench, you know, there's a lot of other opportunities. But it's also setting up that Sylveon, which is also a little scary. Why are you energy switching? So yeah, you've got 3 energies on Sylveon, but now you can't attack. Huh. Alright, water energy on a Frogadier. I'm going to continue to... I just need to tackle now. It's going to give us a couple turns. This is going to be a long and boring draw out here, but it's the only thing I can do. Now when it comes in, Sylveon can set up with the hyper voice, or sorry, echoed voice, and that is going to do a lot of damage. Now I don't need to use the energies I have. There's not much I can do. We're just going to go for another tackle. We've got 2 more turns of this, guys. They're setting up Tornadus. We're at a definite negative here. That roller skates helped them out so much, especially since all I'm grabbing is energies. I don't need the energies. Alright, tackle again. 1 more turn. I assume they're going to drop another energy on Tornadus. There's a Vigoroth. Oh my, our opponent's bench is scary. We're going to see another Froakie. Again, I don't need Froakie. I'm going to end this turn because I don't want to lose Shroomish yet. I'll lose the exchange here. I want you to take me out. There's another... Oh, jeez. Another Frogadier. Well, I don't need to water duplicate. So we can play Froakie. At least now we can get rid of the Frogadier up. We'll have 2 Greninjas going off. But I'm in a very bad position. I'm not going to take this knockout just yet. This not shuffle 2 cards, back into your deck and draw a card. Maintenance is debatable how good it is. Okay, no energy drops. We're already another energy for us. I can set up the energy on this Froakie. Frogadier can come in. Nothing I can do. I need a Greninja. I need a Slowpoke. I need something to slow this Sylveon down. And right now, Chikorita is doing a fantastic job of walling Shroomish. There's an energy drop on the Tornadus. Another Cloyster's not going to help us here. I don't need to waste the energy drops. I'm going to just pass this turn. I need something to give us a hand here. This is the turn that they're just going to retreat. There's the retreat into Sylveon. It's going to do 50 damage. Kricketot. Cricketot's going to get set up. I'm going to go for the tackle. I'm hoping I have enough turns right now that I have set up my Frogadiers. I just need a Greninja now. There are 2 in the deck, so I'm not totally out of this. But if I can pull a Greninja on this turn that I'm going to Screech, should be alright. No, he drew a Shelter instead. We drew a Shelter instead. We can Water Energize the Shelter. I can evolve Kricketune. We're going to go for the Screech. We'll evolve Shelter on the following turn, which will pose as a Paralyze. But we are at a losing exchange here. It will also reduce the Echoed Voice because our opponent will not be able to use it on the following turn. There's a Potion, which will heal off the 10 from the Sylveon. Did I not attack? I don't think I attacked. Okay, no, I did. Shelter's coming out. There's another energy. I can, actually, we should be able to knock this guy out with the Sun Grip. So Sun Grip is going to damage increase to 70, paralyze the Sylveon. We should be able to go for a Surf, and we should be alright. There's a Shellman on our opponent's bench. The Sylveon will get knocked out on the following turn. Took a little bit. I know I'm still behind on prizes, guys. There's an energy switch, which is a good play. You're going to move one of your energies back. There's that energy onto the Shelmet. And this time, Sylveon will go down. I'm going to play the Professor's Letter just to get these energies out because I'm tired of drawing more energy. All we've been doing this game is drawing energies. We do need to drop our energy onto the Cloyster, so I can go for the Surf. And that'll knock out. That'll be our first major threat out of the way. There's another Grass Energy. Oh, jeez. Don't need energies. I'm looking for a Greninja, guys. I got 2 Frogadiers sitting here ready to go. And now we have this. Now, I do believe that Twister Throw does more damage if we have the same. So he can knock us out in one shot here. There's a Twister Throw. That is a knockout on Cloyster. We're going to play the Frogadier, and we're in dire need of a Greninja, and we don't get it. That's the turn. Our opponent needs to play a card, but he will knock out Frogadier by evolving. Now, do I think I misplayed this game? Not really. Should I have gotten the prize for Shroomish? I don't think it was the right play. I strategically tried to keep myself in this game while watching my opponent set up a lot better than me. It was just luck of the cards. I never got anything that I needed. There's the Greninja! But it's a little late for that. I don't have any basics, and, well, he can't knock me out. Moonlight Slash will remove the energy. Yes, we do need to remove it. I didn't, well, maybe I didn't. There's an energy drop on Clefable, so Clefable is set up and ready to go too. Twister Throw is going to do 120. I'm not knocked out, but I have no basics. This is a losing game here. Losing game here. Moonlight Slash will knock it. No, I don't need to. We'll knock out this Tornadus, but it is too late. Clefable is set up. It can Moonblast me, which will finalize this game. Good game to my opponent. You had everything you needed, even on I would say a little bit of a rocky start. But you had a fantastic turn of events for you. Whereas I did not get the cards I needed. I got a Greninja at the end. Don't get me wrong. He did put in the work. I may have misplayed to discard that energy. I shouldn't have done that. But at the end of the day, Greninja put in some work. Now, as I said to you guys at the beginning, I wanted you guys to leave comments on your preferences of these two decks. For me, I had a lot more fun just between these two games, between the Electric Eye and this one. I actually had a lot more fun playing the Wave Slasher deck. It had a little bit more going for it. Again, if I could have gotten the duplicate off, it would have saved me from drawing another Frogadier, which could have been something else. Albeit, theme decks, if you're playing stage 2s, you're waiting for those stage 2s all day long. So that's not really a negative on this deck, that's just a negative in theme deck format in itself. Overall though, I enjoy what this deck has in potential with the Boohoo from the Lilligant, the Royal Flash from the Slowking, even Cloyster having that clutch paralyzed right when I needed it for the Sylveon. There's a lot of really nice techs in this deck. I think the only junk cards were really Bayleaf, but even that can paralyze, and Corsola, but again, I can do a decent amount of damage, and attached with a Fighting Fury Belt, it's alright in this format. I think this deck is more well-rounded, so that's my opinion. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, including my rants and all that jazz. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Time out!